Charlie, you want to start?
Just for all the camera purposes here, can you give us your name, position, and school, your Monday Night Football, preview here?
All right. Oh, you mean school was in high school?
No.
Okay. Good on Monday night, yeah. I got you. I'm LTurner, right guard at University of North Carolina.
Well, Landon, Coach Fedora was telling us that he's got some concerns on that offensive line, if not much, game experience there. How do you guys come along there as we approach the first week of the season?
We've come along really well. We've come along really well. I'm excited about where we're at. We do have a young offensive line. We're not that experienced. We recognize that, but we also are going to be the hardest working unit on the field. That's our goal. I know all the guys on our squad, they've worked really hard, and they know what they're doing, and I'm very confident in their abilities this Saturday.
Chemistry for the offensive line is so incredibly important, especially when you guys have to move as much as you do. Where is chemistry now as opposed to when camp started?
I think it's even closer. We started way back in the summer. We started, just doing off the field things together. I think we all work well together. We've been through some, just some brotherly issues in camp just from, being together for 15 hours a day. And I just think we really grew from all that, all that time together, and I think our chemistry has really taken many steps forward.
I would imagine that helps a lot, trusting the guy on both sides of you, so you don't have to worry about compensating for them if you don't think they're going to 100% do their job. Knowing that they're going to do their job, you could solely focus on yours.
Oh yeah, I think this has been the most focused training camp we've ever had. Especially at the offensive line position. Everyone's really locked into the goals, and I do have that full confidence in the guys to the right and left of me to help me out on game day.
Coach still hasn't named a starting quarterback. For you guys up front, can you tell any difference when one guy's in or the other? Are they different guys in the huddle?
Well, we don't huddle for one, so that's.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And that's the thing. It's not that, and it's a big deal for everyone else, but for us, we're going to do our job regardless, and we're going to execute regardless who's on the field. So. The only thing that really changes for us is the voice that's giving us the plays, because it's not going to change what our blocks are, whether Mitch or Marquise are in, but it's not even that much of a chemistry because we're going to get our job done.
Ryan said back on Media Day 3 weeks ago that the most noticeable thing about difference in Mitch between spring ball and when you guys started this month was he was louder. He was more vocal. He was more confident when he had to bark out the things, the signals and everything else. How much has he gotten even more vocal since camp started, where sounds like a veteran, like a guy who's been in the games?
And the key word there is confidence. I mean, Mitch's confidence this camp has just gotten so much better. Back in the past and even in spring, we'd have to turn around and be like, hey man, you gotta speak louder. You gotta bring us up. You gotta communicate with us. He's just really more confident in himself, and I can feel his confidence in his gameplay, and I think that's definitely gonna help him down the road. Psychologically,
I think natural assumption would be it would make you guys more confident in him as well.
Absolutely, we're definitely more confident in him, and like I said, I'm confident in our whole team, especially the quarterback position. And the exciting thing for me is that whether Mitch or Marquise play, they both 100% know the game plan. And it's not, we're going to be successful with either one in my eyes.
Has the whole quarterback thing become a major distraction for you guys?
It hasn't. It really hasn't. We're young as it is, so we're really just focusing on our own jobs. Like I said before, it's not going to change our blocking assignments. We're just going to execute, and whoever's going to be the quarterback is going to lead us to victory.
Linemen love to run block. Can you talk about that stable of running backs you got back there?
Yeah, that's fun. I haven't talked about that much, but I'm really excited about that. We lost guys like AJ Blue, and I thought I was a little concerned going into this season, but Elijah Hood's really stepped up. Chris Francis has gotten better. TJ Logan's gotten better, and they were all really good last year, and they've just gotten even better. And I'm excited to see what they do. And it's going to be pretty fun blocking for them this season. You guys lost a few guys on the defensive line right before camp started to attrition, and there's a lot of youth, there's a lot of inexperience there. Banging heads to those guys in practice, how have you seen the young players develop since camp started? They are young, and in practice, and there's times where you could definitely see that, but they just got a lot of raw talent. You know, I'm not that concerned necessarily with the defensive depth at the defensive line position, because you know, we've got guys like Tyler Powell. Is just a powerful guy, gets off the snap really well. You know, and the rest of the stuff will come. You know. So I'm pretty confident. You know, it was tough to lose those guys, but I'm still confident in our young guys still.
What have you noticed a greater progress in their matching the toughness of playing college guys at the line of scrimmage, or the technique of the position?
They're definitely, I'd say toughness. They're a tough group. You know, those freshmen are. You know, I know firsthand. You know, I've hitting some pretty good hits on them myself. You know, and they're really hungry. You know, they're more than any other group I've seen of defensive linemen. Like, those young guys are willing to jump in with the ones, and like they want to get as many reps as they can in practice, and I think that's really going to help them now.
So when you're saying it'll come, you're talking more about technique will come over time.
More technique and just getting more experience in the game. You know, just knowing you know, how to fit double teams and you know, being able to read offensive linemen and things like that.
Landon, you know, you're playing Liberty, a lower division team. How do you approach this week and not be overconfident?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big issue for us. You know, we played South Carolina last year, and you would think it's easy to get up for games like that, you know, which it is. The main key for us is approaching it like any other game. You know, all games should be approached the same, with the same amount of work. You know, and we're not looking at Liberty any different than we were South Carolina last year from our perspective, because we can't look past them. They got talent on their team. They got a really experienced defense. They're all a lot of returning starters. So, you know, they got the tools, and you know, we're gonna have to come bring our A game.
So, an inexperienced offensive line like yourself against an experienced defensive line, I guess that causes concern for you. I'm completely confident in our offensive line for this game. And I understand there's been a lot of, you know, concern over us being a young offensive line, and you know, we've heard a lot of weak link stuff, which we love that, because we're looking forward to proving everybody wrong about it.
Thank you.
All right.